A very logical day to all of you. Let's see what we have in the first editorial of the Indian Express newspaper, March 29, 2023. As usual, we'll be coming up with the reading part first, explaining or discussing the central idea of the passage, and then discussion of words will follow. And I hope you all are noting down those words very carefully, going through those words once in a while. That means at least once in 6 to 7 days, right? And that is enough. Just going through the words, seeing those words, right? You will be able to remember the words subconsciously, they were there in your mind. So, casting the net. It is a continuous formation, but still cast और फिर ing आ जाएगा. E और I एक साथ इसमें नहीं आएगा. That is what the author has done. He has come up with a small hyphen there. So casting the net. This is like wait. This I can take it as a pun. That will be casting the net. ठीक है? Casting the net का मतलब होता है जाल फेंकना. ठीक है, ऐसे भी आप समझ सकते हो, लेकिन क्योंकि ये जाल फेंका जा रहा है कास्ट को लेकर, तो उसने ये वर्ड बना दिया है कास्टिंग द नेट. अदरवाइज कास्ट इज द नाउन फॉर्मेशन, तो उसमें आईएनजी वैसे नहीं लगेगा. So this is what exactly the author is giving us. So the caste cauldron in Karnataka is heating up with the Basavaraj Bomai government rejigging quotas ahead of assembly elections. मतलब assembly elections होने वाले. Rejig का meaning अगर हमें नहीं भी आता, even if you've not heard the word before, you can understand the jigging and you can relate it to juggler. ठीक है, juggler अगर पता है तुम्हें, so he is the person who would come up with like throwing multiple things in the hand, in the air and then catching them also. कभी कैप्स के साथ करते हैं जगल, कभी बॉटल्स के साथ करते हैं, कभी बॉल्स के साथ करते हैं, राइट? दे थ्रो मेनी बॉल्स इन द एयर एंड दे कैच देम, दे डू नॉट लेट देम फॉल डाउन. सो दैट इज जगलिंग. तो रीजिगिंग का यहाँ पे आप शफल कर सकते हो कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं, पूरा चेंज कर रहे हैं कोटास को. असेंबली इलेक्शंस होने वाले हैं, इसके पहले वो कोटास में चेंजेस लेके आ रहे हैं. सो व्हाट इज हीटिंग अप? हीटिंग अप मींस इंक्रीजिंग इन द intensity, right? Upward arrow means increasing, the increasing in the intensity, but of what? So now you can understand the cauldron also. ठीक है, the cast cauldron. Cauldron का मतलब होता है एक huge metallic pot. ठीक है, जिसको cauldron, कभी एक फेरी टेल्स अगर पढ़ी हैं तुमने, विचेस एंड ऑल कभी मेंशन किया है अगर उसमें स्टोरीज में, so they would be like making something or it is on the fire. यहाँ पे फायर होता है, and then there is a huge cauldron and then they'll be making some magic potion. ठीक है, और इसके आसपास ऐसे विचेस घूमती थी, ऐसा फेरी टेल में होता था. तो ये मेटालिक पॉट जिसमें कुछ पोशन बनता है, they make some liquid and all, no, it can be kept on fire. ये फायर है. So if this is fire, so the pot that can be kept on fire, that is called cauldron, and it is a huge pot. So now you can see what this um, author is conveying. So he says this is a cast cauldron and that is heating up. मतलब debate बहुत ज़्यादा होती जा रही है. And how and why? Because of the rejigging of the quotas, and that too before the assembly elections. Right. So here is the point of the author, whatever he is stating, that is, this is so. Now, in October, it increased the quota for SCs from 15% to 17%, STs from 5 to 7%. Last Friday, did away with the 4% quota for Muslims and announced that it would be shared between the powerful Vokaliga and Lingayat communities, which until now enjoyed 4% and 5% sub quotas within the OBC segment. अब इन्हें अलग से 4% दे दिया है. Now, last week, the government also decided to recommend internal reservation within the SC quota. These moves have upset the equilibrium and may potentially, matlab possibly, bring to the foray resentments and aspirations that were lying dormant so far. Bring to the foray. Foray word we have done. Foray means to come ahead. तो ब्रिंगिंग टू द फोर, ये मतलब उसे सामने लेके आना. लेकिन सामने किस चीज को लेके आओगे? जो अभी तक पीछे छिपी हुई थी. So dormant was it was not visible or it was sleeping. Dorm is to do with sleeping, right? Dormant है, dormitory है, in that way. So the protest by the Banjara community on Monday against a proposal for subcategories within the SC segment is a sign of the undoing of calculations of political parties. Undoing of calculations मतलब जितनी calculations उन्होंने लगाई थी वो सब अब बेकार साबित हो रही हैं, वो सब में changes होते जा रहे हैं, right? That is the undoing of the calculations. So the point that we can understand from this is that with the changing quotas coming before the assembly elections, it is creating a problem or it is heating up the what you can say the demands of the people for the quota or people SC wala jo hai unka. And all these things are coming now to the fore, which were lying dormant for till now. Now, the focus on caste and reservation also marks a shift in the tactics of Karnataka BJP ever since it formed the government in 2019 after toppling the Congress JDS by engineering defections. Right? The focus also marks a shift in the tactics. किस तरीके से काम करते हैं उसमें चेंज आ गया है, ठीक है. And what did they do after toppling the Congress JDS by engineering defections? Defection means you leave the party, okay, and you join the opposition party or the other party. तो वो defected defection बोलते हैं, not defected, right? Or engineering means to cause, to bring about. ठीक है, engineer करना मतलब खुद से लेके आना, उसे manipulate करना defections को. The BJP leadership has kept the communal pot boiling in the state. To keep the pot boiling becomes an idiom. It has raised polarizing issues like hijab conversions and Tipu Sultan's legacy. This was seen as a tactic to build a Hindu vote bank amid contestations between different caste groups. Until recently, politics in Karnataka had centered around caste, particularly claims of Lingayat and Vukalig communities, which successfully negotiated the profits of office with the Congress and other parties. सक्सेसफुली नेगोशिएटेड का मतलब होता है कांग्रेस के साथ उन्होंने कहा कि ठीक है अगर हम तुम्हें वोट देते हैं राइट तो यू नीड टू कम अप विद सम बेनिफिट्स और यू नीड टू प्रोवाइड अस समथिंग. So that is what they negotiate the profits of office with the Congress and other parties. In the 1970s, Devaraj stitched together a coalition of stitched together मतलब इन सबको एक ही साथ लेके आया and minorities referred to as a Hindu to end the political dominance of the Lingayats and Vocaligs. While the Lingayats and Vocaligas today back the BJP and JDS in large numbers, the Dalit segment is divided mostly between the Congress and the BJP. तो back the BJP का मतलब होता है support करना, right? So now some SC, some ST, something that is given there in this part of the paragraph is earlier they were supporting Congress, now this is happening and they are supporting BJP and JDS in large numbers. And who or which segment is with which party, that all is given here. Now, if this was a part of the a reading comprehension in which on which the questions are based, we may not remember all this. And if there's a question based on this part of the paragraph, we definitely need to come back, refer the passage, and then come up with the right answer. So while you're taking a test or when you are doing a passage with questions, you need to answer them. So you should be able to understand how much time to devote to reading and how to come up with the main idea. What is going to take much time, the reading of the passage or the answering of the questions. तो यहाँ पर हमें पता है कि ये कुछ याद नहीं रहने वाला है कि कौन बीजेपी के साथ था या कौन किसके साथ है, ठीक है. तो फिर इस पार्ट को हमारे दिमाग में ऐसे ही होना चाहिए कि फाइन इफ आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन आई विल कम बैक टू इट, otherwise there is no need to cram all this. The only thing that we can understand from this part is that it marked a shift in the tactics, and earlier what they had done, they had engineered the defections, and the BJP has kept the communal pot boiling. To keep the pot boiling का मतलब होता है वो जो भी problems थे, जो भी discussions थे, उसे कहीं ना कहीं अभी तक जिंदा रखना या intensity उसकी बरकरार रखना. That is what will be the meaning. Now, with reservation transforming society, all castes compete with each other to increase their respective representation in bureaucracy, services, and politics. Right? This is a reason that he is giving. Reservation is transforming the society. Why? How? The Ahind combination that lost traction first with the rise of the Janata Party in the 1980s and the BJP in the 2000s returned to the center stage when Siddharamaiah became the face of the Congress in Karnataka. The BJP now hopes to crack the Ahinda formula by tinkering with quotas. Tinkering is tampering. तो वो क्या करेंगे? वो कोटास का जो बना हुआ था फॉर्मूला उसको अभी चेंज करेंगे तो टेम्परिंग हो जाएगा उसका मीनिंग बट टिंकरिंग विद कोटास एंड पिटिंग कास्ट अगेंस्ट वन अनदर इन द रेस फॉर रिजर्वेशन. Similar interventions, especially within the OBC and SC/ST segments, have yielded electoral dividends for the BJP in UP and Gujarat in the past. So, same tactic they had applied in BJP and in UP and Gujarat, and it has benefited the BJP party. In how? By the SC and ST segments. They are clashing against each other. Now, the repeal of the 4% quota for Muslims, repeal is to revoke, to take back. ठीक है, of the 4% quota, ये हमने first paragraph में पढ़ लिया था. For Muslims, though the most backward among Muslims can continue to access reservations under the OBC quota, may not stand judicial scrutiny. तो रिपील जो है वो उस पर जुडिशियल स्क्रूटिनी नहीं होगी. But the increase in reservation for SCs, STs, vocal leagues, and Lingayats is likely to benefit the BJP. If the Banjara protests change the tone of the election campaign, it may help the BJP to shift attention from allegations of misgovernance and cases of corruption. But it may also lower the pitch on more polarizing agendas. Polarizing का मतलब होता है going to the extreme or समथिंग दैट इज पार्टिसन ओरिएंटेड. दो अलग अलग चीजें हो जाएंगी. और एक्सट्रीम वर्ड, मैंने दो वर्ड इसलिए लिखे कि कहीं पे भी किसी तरीके से वो वर्ड पोलराइज यूज हो जाएगा. पोलराइज का मतलब होता है एक्चुअली एक्सट्रीम पे जाना. आप नॉर्थ पोल और साउथ पोल या ईस्ट और वेस्ट ऐसे दो एक्सट्रीम्स बन जाते हैं. राइट? Partisan is usually a view where you would be focusing on one side, one extreme point. So, what was there in the passage? Here, we had two things. One, that the equilibrium has been upset by the change in the quotas by the Karnataka government, right? So that was one thing. The equilibrium has been upset. Now, second one was all this is a tactic to build the Hindu vote bank, right? And what are they doing? They are breaking the SC, ST, and OBC into different segments which are clashing against each other. And all this, whatever is happening, is going to benefit or is benefiting the BJP and GDS. Last paragraph, last line. Last paragraph, first line, we can understand this in this slide. With reservation transforming society, all castes compete with each other to increase their respective representation in bureaucracy. ये उनका मकसद होता है. ब्यूरोक्रेसी में आना, सर्विसेज में आना, पॉलिटिक्स में आना. So, return of the quota debate may change the tone of the campaign in Karnataka, where elections are due soon. Tactics change हो गई हैं तो tone भी change हो जाएगा. Right. Here are the words now. So we have got good enough words here. How to use them? Let's see. Cauldron is a huge pot, as I told you, that a huge pot in which things are made, and it can be used to make the things, मतलब फायर पे रखा जा सकता है और इसीलिए ये मेटालिक पॉट होता है. ठीक है. रीजिगिंग इज रीअरेंजिंग, ऑल्टरिंग और रीऑर्गेनाइजिंग. I told you to relate it to juggler. Heating up is to become more intense. ठीक है. हीट यानी एंगर से रिलेट करो. Bring to the fore, to bring to the mainstream or to bring in the limelight. Dormant, inactive, sleeping. Dormant conditions होती है. Engineering will be causing or working or to bring about. Right. Defection, as I said earlier, where you are leaving a belief, joining another belief. That is defection. To keep the pot boiling, to let the conversation or disagreement continue. Profits of office मतलब ऐसे ऑफिस का मतलब ऐसी पोजीशन जहां पर उन्हें बेनिफिट्स मिलते हैं. They are the profits of office or the office of profit. You can also say it is the office of profit. ऐसा भी होता है. Stitched together, you can understand connected joint. Traction is the pull, power, tug. Tug of war होता है ना, जहाँ पे दो तरफ रस्सियां पकड़ने वाले होते हैं. And then they would pull. This is the strong rope. So then this is team one and this is team two. What do? They try to pull the rope towards their own direction, right? So this is tug. Tug is a pull. Simple सा word है, वहां पे pull भी दिया है. तो ट्रैक्शन उसे कहते हैं. टिंकरिंग, टैम्परिंग वर्ड अभी हमने करा है. इंटरफेयरिंग हमें आता है, राइट. एंड रिपील ऑफ द लॉ, repeal will be revoke, cancel, annul and rescind. ठीक है. So this is what you can remember actually. Repeal is revoke and rescind. दो वर्ड्स हम लिख सकते हैं, कैंसिल और एनलमेंट या एनल वर्ड तो आ जाता है क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो वर्ड है वो है nil, right? So annulment is where you are cancelling something, making it or turning it into a nil thing. So that's all for today. You have enough words, right? And I hope you are noting down a few words from the rest of the articles also that you are reading, because you need to put in that much hard work, you can say, or you need to work so diligently that you'll become quite enriched in your vocabulary, say by the end of April. काफी सारी चीजें तुम्हें आ जाएंगी उसमें, वर्ड सुने हुए हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. So let's end. Thank you and have a logical day.